Okay, we are back in action. Looney Tunes, back in action. I actually liked the movie as a kid, and watching it now was kind of... Well, not now, but like a few years ago, it just wasn't as funny. Alright. I completely forgot to look at what items we needed. So, I fully expect this portion to actually take forever. Because these guys have low drop rates. I'm pretty sure they're close to as bad as the Dark Balls. Oh cool, we got one. We got a Frost Gem. So we now have 5 Frost Gems and we need 15 Thunder Gems. So we need 5 more Frost Gems and 10 more Thunder Gems. This is one of the best places to get both of them, because we need to fight Sea Neons and Sheltering Zones for the Frost Gems, and Aqua Tanks and these guys called Screwdivers to get the Thunder Gems, and maybe the Dark Balls will drop something good for us. Maybe. You're leveling up at least. Here we go. Where are you? Part of the reason why Atlantica is kind of frustrating is because the camera is just so wonky and the combat just feels awkward in comparison. So we got a Frost Gem, so we now have 7. We're making decent progress with that. You know, if we at least get 1 item per combat encounter, I'd say we're doing good. Oh, and there is a Trinity mark here, so we can take advantage of that. Aw, look at Goofy just showing his shell. I like that. Or a Calcum. Yeah. Where are you? Yep, the big guys. Oh, why'd you have to run? Dark, shadowy beach balls. Alright, there we go. Are there any items on the ground? It's so... Oh, hey, there's some... Oh, hey, it's an Aqua Tank. Actually, hey, there's an Aqua Tank. That's 3 potential drops. And, like... It just dawned on me. Ooh, sweet, we got one. Oh, we got another one. This is great. Okay, cool, cool. I think we're gonna use a cottage after we clear these guys out. But like, the rarity of like some of the drops here, especially with the Dark Balls, it's crazy when you think I have basically the highest chance of getting items. I think there might be an accessory that boosts drop rates a little bit, but aside from that, everyone has Lucky Strike on. So like, it's not like, you know, I'm missing like 1/3 of like the crucial set or anything. Ooh, cool, I got a Mega Potion at least. Not the drop I was looking for. I'll take it though. Okay, there's a drop. We're getting somewhat lucky with all this. Screwdrivers, I guess, have a higher drop rate. Maybe Dark Balls will finally start... Alright, let's use a Mega Potion on everybody. Why are there so many of these jerks? Alright. That'll protect me a little bit. So many Dark Balls and you drop nothing. There we go. Did anything float to the ground below that I missed? Alright, let's go. Gotta readjust my face. Yeah, one thing that, like, just looking back on, I'm surprisingly more used to my face now on camera. Like, part of it is because I took a acting for camera course, no doubt about that, but also because, I don't know, I guess doing these videos really helps. And more importantly, like, because I had done like some camera work in school and stuff with like cinema studies students and everything, but like, I don't know, it was kind of like I was always kind of comfortable and I got more comfortable acting, but like just being natural, which I consider this to be more like just natural, like because I don't have a script or anything, like I consider that this to be harder. So, you know, I'm kind of happy that I got into this point. Drop, Thunder Gem. I only need 7 from... Yeah, I think 7 from Dark Ball, so... Oh, hey, we got a high potion. High potion. Don't you go here, because there's a bunch of these boys. The Sunken Valley of Disappointment. There we go. Come on. Fall down and die. Well, you don't really die, you just kind of disappear and your hearts are released. More? No? Alright, let's check over here. Okay. These guys are just a little annoying because, oh wow, I actually killed him. I thought you were going to spawn into a bunch of minions. I need a few mini-use animals. Oh hey! A Blizzaga ring, that's cool. I actually might need that for something later, but not what we need right now. Yeah, this... I knew Atlantica was going to justify its own portion. Hey, it's Ariel. You've been traveling to many different worlds, right? Come back someday and tell me about it, okay? Oh, hey, cool, we can swap out for Ariel here. It's convenient. I'm not really going to use her because I don't think she has Lucky Strike, or if she does, I don't think it matters. Yeah, she already has it equipped, so I don't know if that increases drop chances or anything, so there we go. There's just something entertaining about beating on this one because it has like mini heartlets already attached to it. I think I saw a drop. Yes, I did. Descend. Grab that Thunder Gem. Here we go. You know, if I don't get enough Dark Balls to drop their items by the time, like, you know, I'm reaching the end of, like, the synth thing, like, I think I'm gonna have to dedicate an entire stream just to getting Dark Balls, like Lucid Crystals, and I'm gonna name that episode Having a Ball. There's no way I could have kept that to myself. Alright, I think if we go around here... Alright, I'm gonna double check my item totals after this like here. See how we're looking. I'm not too frustrated with the Dark Balls though, like I said. I can just get those on their own time because they're everywhere. I'll just find a place that has like the highest collection of them, but... It would be nice to get some since, you know, in all the time that we've ran into them, I don't think I've gotten anything from them when, like, we're actually grinding for synth materials. So, based on our stock, Frost Gems, we have 6 out of 10. I thought we had 7. I'm a little disappointed. Thunder Gems, we have 10, though. So, we're making good progress on Thunder Gems, at least. Alright. No. We got these guys. Almost forgot them. Come on. You literally break down into 4 of you. I had 8 chances to get one thing. Come on. Okay, instead of 8, I have 4. 4 chances for one of these guys to drop it. There we go. I like it. They listen to logic. Yeah, I remember this was one of the last places I went, because I think I had a harder time getting these than getting drops from the Dark Balls, so... Yeah, today is the 26th, so we're getting real close to, like, just 1 month away from Kingdom Hearts 3. The weird thing is I could be in Chain of Memories right now if I really wanted to. But I'm choosing to do this because there's a lot of, like, other content that kind of pays off later that I kind of want to show off. And that didn't go anywhere. I love these guys' names, the screwdrivers. Like, the names for enemies, while, like, sometimes they can be kind of dull, like the Shadow and the Dark Ball, I think are actually kind of entertaining. So, yeah. Yeah, we are really close to Kingdom Hearts 3, and there's not... Like, I think the other games are going to be a little bit easier for me to run through, just because they're, at least in my opinion, significantly shorter, and I think a lot of the endgame content for them is a little bit easier to do, and I'm not going to complete everything in them. Like, I'm not completing everything in this game, I'm just completing some endgame content that I feel is, like, kind of worth it. Also, I'm getting another Frost Gem, so we're doing pretty good so far. We are... Yeah, and who knows how it's all going to unfold. I think I talked about it last night, but I'm kind of okay with putting on Kingdom Hearts 3 if it means that I've completed all of the franchise up to the point. And to a point that I'm satisfied with, basically. Alright, one last dark ball here. Up and out. Pretty sure there's like a aqua tank somewhere around here. Alright. Ugh, it's like they know they're gonna die, so they hide. Okay, cool, an aqua tank. Okay, usually with... Okay, cool, so we got a Thundiga ring. That's useful. I mean, for something. It probably would have honestly been more useful for Ursula, but... thinking, are there any Thunder-based final bosses? Not final bosses, but bonus bosses. Because there is actually a Blizzard-based bonus boss, so... Oh wait, I gotta go to Ariel's Grotto. Alright. So, I think we've got one Frost Gem and one Thunder Gem. We're getting there. It's a bit of a grind. Oh hey, I did not see Flounder there. Me and her are gonna go play, but don't tell the king, okay? This world makes a return in Kingdom Hearts 2, and it's kind of divisive, like, on how much people liked that one, because they replace all the combat with this, like, rhythm minigame, and I really like it. It's so much better than this slog of awkward swinging controls. It's weird because, like, I remember I had known about, like, you know, you become like a merboy in Kingdom Hearts 1, like, before I got here, and I was actually excited about it. And it's just kind of weird how, like, you know, like, part of it, I guess, was just because it was so easy back then. Well, actually, Kingdom Hearts is always going to kick my butt, the first one. But I don't know, like, how I used to think it was, like, a cool thing, and now it's something that frustrates me a little bit. We're not going to get anything for our trouble here. Oh! Alright. Well, thanks, Donald. No, it's an IMP there, but not your fault. Awesome, we got a Frost Gem. Whole trip been worth it. Oh. There we go. So disappointing. And by that I just mean the Dark Balls. We fought so many of them and still we haven't got anything from these guys. And you can craft, I think, some of the synth materials, but I don't think you can do it with all of them. Okay. Not too bad. Here we go. Oh, wait, no. No. We've got more. I always forget about these ones. So what's some other things going on right now that I could discuss? Well, I guess on the subject of Kingdom Hearts, apparently another person got a illegal copy of the game. Yeah, so, basically, the game is... Kingdom Hearts 3 is done. Like, the game is finished, and, like, they're entering kind of, like, the final stages of just, like, getting it out there, like, preparing it. Physical copies of the game do exist. I think they're doing... I don't know what goes into, like, the last month of a game before its release, because from my understanding, this is a very complete game, as opposed to, like, other games that have kind of bad launches and are released kind of incomplete, as is kind of the unfortunate standard these days. But it seems like Kingdom Hearts isn't going to be that. Like, 3 is kind of in a pretty solid sellable state at this point, and that there are copies actually out there. It's unknown, like, how people are getting a hold of them, but they're getting a hold of copies for the game, and, like, basically, actually something that I think is really cool is that, like, the Kingdom Hearts community is, like, because, you know, like, these people are, you know, a lot of them are trying to spread, like, spoilers, because, you know, and some of them are actually trying to exploit off of it, like, some of them are being really stupid and putting videos up on YouTube. Not that it's stupid to put up videos on YouTube, I mean, but put up videos of, like, spoilers and stuff. And, like, it's interesting because, like, the Kingdom Hearts community has kind of rallied and just kind of been like, no, we're not going to do anything about these spoilers, we're not going to share it, we're going to let people, we're going to warn people, hey, that's a Thunder Gem, and we're just going to do everything we can so that way when the game actually does come out, we all can have a good experience. And I think it's really cool because usually when, like, a leak happens in, like, other gaming communities, like, people are just so quick to, like, jump on board and just kind of, like, share it, but, like, these leaks, I haven't heard anything about. I'm like, you know, I spend a lot of time on, like, Twitter and Tumblr looking up, like, you know, oh, that's a high potion, high potion, like, just looking up stuff about these games, like, not to find spoilers, but just because, like, I like speculation and the talk and stuff, and, you know, like, that's how I find my fun. And, like, I haven't seen any of the spoilers and stuff. But yeah, so, like, someone recently got their hands on another illegal copy because it kind of made news a few weeks ago when, like, a similar incident happened, but, like, when it got out, like, basically Disney, Square Enix, Tetsuya Nomura himself, like, they literally, like, everyone was, like, on board with, like, helping these guys out because, you know, video game, like, there will be a debate for years to come, probably, of if video games are arts, but it's a product, and, you know, artists work on these games. Like, even if you say, oh, video games aren't art, it requires artwork for a lot of games and stuff. Artists are hired, musicians and stuff, but, like, I actually remember back in Final Fantasy 1 Let's Play, I kind of, it was, like, the first of my many sentimental rants, but how, like, you know, just doing anything can be art. Like, you know, like, I think I said, like, you know, the way that, like, a plumber can lay out a plan for an entire house and, like, basically makes running water a possibility, like, that's a work of art. And so that, you know, working on a game, I think, is a work of art, because it's a huge collaborative process, and that's a drop right there. Oh yeah, and that's another drop. Ooh, I'm getting very excited here. You know, so I do consider making a game a work of art. It's a collaborative process. It's kind of like, you know, making a movie or putting on a show. And the fact that, you know, the Kingdom Hearts community is willing to basically rally and say, you know what, we're going to make sure that the hard work going into this is not wasted, I think that's a really cool thing. And it's kind of heartwarming because, I don't know, it's a very cynical time we live in. You know, we see a lot of examples of people choosing to do the wrong thing and choosing to use their influence for, you know, bad things. Like, basically there's a lot of darkness around us. But it's nice that, you know, I guess the messages of just light and community and friendship are at least true in the Kingdom Hearts community. I think that's cool. It doesn't have to be that way, but it is. And it should be. It is, and that's the nice thing. When things are the way they should be, and the way they should be is good. So I'm actually going to take a quick check of the stock. Thunder Gems, we just need one more. Oh gosh, I'm going to be so happy to check that one off. And Frost Gems, 9. Oh gosh, we only need one more of each. Okay, this is actually going great. Maybe we'll get a little lucky here, maybe not, but who knows. I'm actually having a really good time right now. We're just crossing the hour mark, so let's see. Yeah, this one's probably taking us about half an hour. So yeah, I'm actually kind of getting my video, like, the streams, it doesn't matter how long they are really, but like, I kind of want to make them a little bit more digestible, because like, I'm not super attached to the idea of this becoming a big channel. You know, a few of my friends know about it and they watch my videos every now and again, and that's cool. But you know, if someone, you know, I don't know, I like the idea that this could become a little bit bigger, just so like I can share my ideas and I'm not completely talking into a void. But you know, like, so like this is the part where I talk about like channel analytics and stuff, and just how like, as I'm examining it, like, you know, I figure, you know, the clips that I upload should be shorter, because even when I had like complete control over it and I wasn't streaming like I am now, the videos were way too long, and I can like look back and realize that now. Like, I just need to make them a little bit more digestible, and like, the whole reason I'm streaming, and like, it's cool to stream, and I'm kind of want to, you know, make this another thing and just kind of cycle with both stream on Twitch and upload the stuff to YouTube and still do like individual Let's Plays and stuff. The whole reason I'm streaming, or initially, was because I had originally got a capture card for my PlayStation, but that just wasn't working out. Because my computer, while it was a gift from a few years ago, and it's, you know, it's been through a few moves. Downloaded a lot of games. I think I was actually talking about Star Wars: The Old Republic the other day. So, like, you know, it's an older system, so it unfortunately just doesn't have the processing power to record footage live the way I would like it to. Like, as like rough as like the streams kind of look, because like they're in a somewhat low quality, the frame rate's good, audio isn't a problem. It's just, unfortunately, you know, I have to make that sacrifice because I'm using a less than optimal setup, but a pretty good one. I have a face cam, excuse me, and I've got a decent enough microphone built into the camera, so like, this could be a much worse setup, and that's the last Frost Gem we need. Okay, but yeah, so like, you know, I'm streaming so that way I can supplement, like, actually recording this and uploading it directly to YouTube. But I'm actually kind of happy because, like, it's happened this way, and the tangent's going way off the rails now. But, like, I'm happy that I get to stream now, too, because it's cool engaging with two platforms and stuff. Because, I talk about this with, like, my friends, like, my acting, you know, classmates and stuff, and that, you know, part of the reason why I want to engage with, like, internet sources like YouTube and Twitch is because, you know, I see myself more as, like, wanting to go into entertainment rather than just acting. Like, oh my god, we got a lucid crystal. This is a good night. We're gonna end on a high note here. Because, like, you know, the reason I got into acting, get into it, was because I wanted to get into voiceover, because, you know, literally my thought process was, you know, I'm a loser who loves to play video games, I would love to be a part of them, but, like, I know because my cousin's a graphical artist for a number of games, and because I actually looked into the field and stuff, it requires a lot of work, and it's just like, there wasn't anything that I would have necessarily been really good at except maybe writing, and I decided to, hey, you know, I would really actually love to be these characters in the game, so eventually, like, I got into acting, and then many adventures later, I'm now an acting major, so, oh, I think that's what we need. Got the Thunder Gem. It's another lucid crystal, oh my gosh, this is actually going pretty good. I say it's not goofy, lie there, conscious underwater. But anyways, so, like, I've always wanted to go into, like, a less traditional aspect of performing, and there it is, there's the last one, the Thunder Gem. So, to try to wrap up the story, like, I've always wanted to go into, like, a non-traditional kind of form of entertaining, acting, voiceover, because it's still a newer concept. Like, it's been around for years, but it's always been hasn't really been seen as, like, oh, that's your career path, like, that's the kind of actor you want to be. And, like, a lot of voice actors admit it, like, a lot of the big names, like, you know, Liam O'Brien, Troy Baker, Matt Mercer, Nolan North, just to name a few. But, like, you know, they all talk about how, like, they didn't start out as voice actors. They started out as actors, and then they fell in love with this particular facet of acting. Just like there's a ton of different acting, like there's, you know, Broadway, there's, like, you know, local theater, there's, like, all this other stuff. So, you know, voice acting is one of those aspects of it. And, you know, like, I love entertaining and I love performing for people, and, you know, there's just something really cool about getting to engage with them, and Let's Plays and, you know, gaming content in general, or just online entertainment, was one of the first things that really, you know, got to me when I started getting onto the internet, because my friend showed me Red vs. Blue, and I got hooked to media company kind of grow, is, like, you know, one of the things that really inspired me to perform and stuff. So, to wrap this kind of back to the tangent that I've been on, you know, getting to do YouTube and now getting to do Twitch, I think, like, even if no one watches my content, there's a good chance I'm going to be involved with someone else's, so it's, like, a really great learning opportunity. And I'm really happy I get to do this. Like, it's really cool, and, like, this is something that I look forward to every day. I end my nights usually with a stream now, and I've been really, really on top of these, I think. And, I mean, especially tonight, like, I thought I've had some pretty good commentary. We've gotten really lucky with drop rates. So everything's really cool, and, unfortunately, this is where I'm going to be calling it tonight, because, I don't know, we've gotten really lucky with these drops. I think I've had, like I said, I've had some good commentary. I just repeated myself. But yeah, this has been a really good night so far, so, I'm going to end it here. I've had a lot of fun, so, those of you who will watch this on YouTube, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for dealing with this rambling, but this is me, and I like this about me, so, you know, I'm having fun. Like I always say, my name is Doug. Thanks for watching. Happy you're here. Proud of you. Take care.